What is up, everybody out there in HeroClix land? This once again is Scott Porter back for day number 4 of our brand new unboxing series for WizKids' new HeroClix set, Marvel's Wheels of Vengeance. Man, let's get this started today. We have been just blazing a trail through this entire set so far. We've had some really cool characters. I'm a little bit surprised. Day 4 now, we've only had one super rare, and that was Johnny Blaze. That was a Ghost Rider himself. But we've had some really cool figures, both with the new Hero Glow aspect of this particular set. Anything with the orange bases is going to have some glow-in-the-dark stuff. You know, Zarathos and the Fire Demon. A couple of the Ghost Riders already have that element. It's been really cool to see. The sculpts are popping off. They are fantastic. Whether it was that Moon Knight from day 1 or even just yesterday, Death Rider sculpt is really cool. I mean, everything is looking fantastic. Fringe Marvel characters, a lot of them are getting some play right now in this particular set. There's been a resurgence of Ghost Rider books in Marvel. Moon Knight has been having limited series, you know, kind of one after the other over the past decade or so, with some that are really great. Really, you should go out and find them and give them a read. And the current Ghost Rider series are really cool. You have a Danny Ketch Ghost Rider, you have a Johnny Blaze's Ghost Rider, you know, Robbie's still in the books right now. Who is your Ghost Rider? If you're a big Ghost Rider fan, which one's your all-time favorite? Tell me in the comments down below. I mean, it could be Vengeance, it could be Alejandra, it can be any of the Ghost Riders, any of the Riders, anywhere, any day, anytime. Let me know your thoughts on that. So today, I'm just excited to see what else is coming our way. The generics in this set have been awesome. Vampires, mummies, zombies. Can we get some werewolves? Can we get, I don't know, can we get like creatures from the Black Lagoon kind of? Can we get like an amphibian, like kind of, you know? We saw Howard the Duck, so Man-Thing, is he coming? He's got to be in this set. We saw him on one of the cards. So a lot of interesting characters that maybe not everybody knows everything about, and that's what's really cool about a series like this, is hopefully at the end of the day, as a HeroClix player, if there are some characters that you really love to use, some dials that you really love to use, some figures that you really love to put on the map, maybe you want to explore where they actually came from and get to know a little bit about their story. That would be really cool. And that would bring so much joy to my heart, because that's what I'm really here for. And for those of you that are watching that are comic fans but have never really picked up the game, I'm hoping that this series makes you go, hey, you know what? I think I want to get that new starter set that's coming out, and I want to learn how to play HeroClix finally. If you're just here for the nerdy, stories with Scotty P, then you wade through a lot of dials and stuff, but I appreciate you being here, and hopefully you'll pick up the game. And you know what? If you're a HeroClix player who's kind of sat on the sidelines for a little bit and you're here, I hope this gets you fired up to jump back into the game and get back on the map. Today, we're going to open 2 boosters. We're going to open this play-at-home kit with Werewolf by Night, which I'm really excited to talk about. That character might have a little bit of story time for you when we get into that. That being said, the set is going to be out for pre-release starting October the 25th, so the week of Halloween. So make sure you call your local gaming shops and comic stores and find out when they're holding their pre-release. The set proper will be released on November the 11th. That's Veterans Day. It's also my father's birthday. Shout out, Pops. All right. Without further ado, I say we just get cracking. I don't really know. You know, I've been saying Legion of Monsters. I would love to see some more of those characters. And outside of that, man, I don't really know. There's, at this point, we have gone into the depths of Marvel lore and the Ghost Rider lore, and I'm just excited to see more of it. So, you know, we saw Sarah yesterday as a bystander token. I thought she might get a figure, but still happy to have her running around with Danny Ketch. And let's see, today, this is a generic I definitely did not expect at all. We have a Yeti. Look at that. We have a Yeti, we have Nightmare, which we've actually already pulled. Remember, if you haven't watched any of the prior videos for this week, go ahead and press pause, go and catch up with us. We will still be here waiting for you. We have a zombie, which we have seen a zombie. I'm still waiting for Simon Garth. And then we have a Ghost Rider, and this, unfortunately, is Danny again, which we've already seen. So So only one new figure in this particular booster. Danny still looks just so cool, so I might be putting him back out there again. But yeah, only one new figure to speak of, so we'll get up and down with this one and get on to the next booster as quickly as possible. So let's pull these guys back and put Danny over here on his little Ghost Rider chain. Nightmare bad guy on the left, another zombie. Look, I don't mind getting generics like a zombie generic. I think I'm going to have a lot of fun trying to put together like zombie-style theme teams. And we've already had grave markers and some prior HeroClix sets, and the zombies will play very nicely with some other figures that have already been made, so I'm excited about that. Here we go. We've got a Yeti. Animal, Brute, Monster, Mystical. Set number 11. Animal, I already said that. Himalayan Home is a trait. Modify Yeti's defense by +1 for each action token they have. Angry again is a special attack power, Blades, Claws, Fangs, and Super Strength. They have Battle Fury, Toughness, Charge, pretty much all the way down the dial, as well as that Angry again special attack power. Take a look at the back of the card. Amazing Adventures number 3 in 1961. Very good sculpt. Very cool. That being said, I think when I look at a Yeti, I think of its like cousin, Bigfoot, maybe further Northern American cousin, maybe Sasquatch. Could we be getting a Sasquatch? This doesn't really look like Sasquatch. Sasquatch has, longer flowing hair, as far as like, Walter Langowski, Sasquatch, some longer flowing hair. So, hopefully, maybe we get Sasquatch, because I'm thinking of what else will we get Yeti? Because, if we get a vampire, I'm expecting Dracula. We've got these zombies, these mummies, these things. I'm expecting named characters to come after them. Yeti, to make a sculpt like this, I'm willing to bet we have another character. But yeah, no, the Sasquatch has such long, beautiful flowing hair. Anyway, Alpha Flight fan here. If you are an Alpha Flight fan, hit me with a little Alpha Flight love in the comments below. We actually have still a new card. We've gotten a new card in every booster so far. We've got one side that says gameplay hint, vampire protection, and it has Elsa Bloodstone. Let's go. I love Elsa Bloodstone. She's awesome. Now, listen, I started loving Elsa Bloodstone because of Next Wave, but I've read some other books with her in it since then, and I'm just a big fan. Vampire protection is on side 1. I'll let you guys go ahead and read that. Gives you a little hint as to what Elsa does. And on the back, it says extended base rules. 1 by 2 base characters are back. These characters, sometimes called extended bases, are larger than single base characters and occupy 2 adjacent squares on the map. They can attack from either square, etc., etc. All the rules run down there for you. So if you don't want to go dive back into the official rules book, you can definitely just take a look at some of these hint cards, keep them in your tackle, keep them, readily available for you when you go to a store to play, and easily figure out the rules for some game mechanics maybe you haven't seen in a long time. If you're a newer player, you've never seen it all, and a little refresher card. So that's very, very cool. All right, let's see. Ooh, we got a prime, folks. All right, let's see what we have in here. We have a werewolf, okay, generic werewolf to go with our generic mummy, our generic zombie, our generic vampire. Okay, speaking of the mummy, here's another one. So I'm hitting it big on the generics right now. We have another generic, but this one is on a vehicle, a generic hand ninja on a motorcycle. Let's go. And that'll play very nicely with the hand ninjas, I think, that we got recently. So very cool to always get a little bit of extra oomph there. And then we have Jericho Drum himself, Brother Voodoo. Now, he is a prime. So maybe Dr. Voodoo is the main set character. Brother Voodoo's been around a long time. Brother Voodoo became a Sorcerer Supreme for a little bit there. And so he's got a very, very deep history. I love the character, and I'm super excited that he is here. When we're talking about the occult, when we're talking about all these different types of magic, when we're talking about all these different types of, spiritual kind of characters that are in this set, he makes complete sense to be here. So, good booster. Let's see. Let's take a look at the werewolf first. Now, this is fitting because we are going to be opening up the Play at Home kit that we have for today with the Werewolf by Night in it. We opened up the Ghost Rider one yesterday, so maybe the same sculpt here, maybe some different coloring, but let's see what he does. Animal, monster, mystical. It has a moon trait. We've seen a couple of these on Moon Knight as well as Man-Wolf. Moon, harvest or blood. At the beginning of your turn, roll a d6 for all friendly characters with a moon trait. Werewolf can use the resulting effect until your next turn. 1 to 4 shape change, 5 or 6, modify attack by +1, and flurry. You roll a 5 or a 6 on that first click, and you're doing Flurry Blades Claws with a 10 attack. Can possibly do a good amount of damage. Comes in at 30 points or 15 points. Not too shabby. I like it a lot. All right, Werewolf, come on over here with your mummy buddy. All right, let's look at the Hand Ninja next. Riding his little motorbike. I don't know how you stay stealthy on a motorcycle. Does it have a silencer on the throttle there? I don't know. Let's see. The Hand Martial Artist and Vehicle keywords, set number 25, has a trait called Night Moves, Stealth. When Hand Ninja carries one or more friendly characters, those characters can use Stealth until your next turn. So it's a very quiet motorcycle, apparently, folks. But I always wondered how the Hand Ninjas were so stealthy in bright red anyway. So yeah, this all makes comic book sense. Smoke Bomb. When Hand Ninja moves after resolutions, they may use Smoke Cloud as free. In the days of being indomitable, everyone being indomitable too, you're moving a lot. Smoke Cloud dropping all over the map. Very, very cool. Underworld is the team ability. So to trigger that trait on the front, the Night Moves, you have to be able to carry them. Now, back in the day, if you were a vehicle, you could have a pilot, etc., etc. It doesn't seem like those things are in effect any longer, and vehicle and pilot are much different things in today's current game. So I think the only way this Hand Ninja is actually carrying one or more friendly characters, as you see on the front of the card, those characters can use Stealth until your next turn. I think the only way you carry them is through sharing the Underworld team ability with them. So he does indeed play nice with the Hand Ninjas that we just got in Spider-Man Beyond Amazing. Very cool. Okay, we finally got another motorcycle over on the villain side. Up until now, all we've had is the orb. Okay, Brother Voodoo. I want to see what this is all about. Brother Voodoo, very, very cool character. If you don't know the history of Jericho Drum, he went to the United States. He's from Haiti originally, went to the United States, studied to become a psychologist. He went home and he found that his brother was in a very bad way. There were some spells, some enchantments that had his brother, in a lot of danger. The local voodoo king, basically, I think it's Hungan, was really causing a lot of trouble, and his brother Daniel ended up ultimately passing away. And when he did, he said, look, I need you to go see the town spirit leader, basically, and I need you to make me this promise that you'll go visit him. And so Jericho did. And when Jericho did, that man actually combined Daniel's spirit into Jericho's body. They became 2 in 1. And he was able to use Daniel to help them complete tasks. He took down the big bad guy in his town back then, defeated him, and then started on his road to becoming more of a world-renowned sorcerer at that point. Throughout the years, he has become Sorcerer Supreme. He has held that mantle for a while, and now he actually holds the mantle of teacher in Scotty Young's Strange Academy, which is a book that I really, really enjoy as well. It's set in New Orleans, right up Brother Voodoo's alley. So let's see kind of what the take on this Brother Voodoo is. Why is it a prime? He goes by Dr. Voodoo nowadays. And this is just a cursory history of him. I know that he has done so much more. He's been a member of a bunch of different teams. He's been around for a very, very long time. Wonderful character. And he's also had already a pretty incredible prime figure that a lot of people loved to use for a very long time. So good to see him get that treatment again. He has Avengers, Heroes for Hire, Howling Commandos, Midnight Suns, Shield, and Mystical Keywords. Set number 43B. Oh, he's a super rare. Super rare prime, everyone. Make a wish. Brother Voodoo starts the game with 3 Twisted Wish tokens. Okay. Free. Remove a Twisted Wish token. If you do, choose 1. Deal an opposing character within range 2 penetrating damage. Wow, without even having to roll. Heal any one character 3 clicks. Wow. That's just for one of the wish tokens. Within range 2 penetrating. He's got 4 range, 2 targets, by the way. On the back, and the monkey's paw curls is another trait. When a Twisted Wish token is removed from Brother Voodoo, after resolutions, an opponent may choose 1. Place any 2 characters friendly to their force into each other's squares, or remove an action token from any character. All right. So much like with everything else that Brother Voodoo speaks of, and a lot of the spells, the enchantments, the things that he uses, there is give and take. There is always a price in Voodoo. There is always a price with what he does. And this is that price. Make a wish, and the monkey's paw curls. Very cool. He who has died twice, once per game, when Brother Voodoo would be KO'd, you may instead remove a Twisted Wish token from him. If you do, roll a d6 and turn him to the resulting click number, protected pulse wave. So he can use a Twisted Wish token to save himself from being KO'd. Hoongun Supreme, Mind Control, Smoke Cloud, and Telekinesis are all powers that he has due to that special attack power. Yeah, he's awesome. Strange Academy number 1, which actually, Strange Academy deals with wishes as well. There is a villain in Strange Academy named Gaslight, and he sells wishes to some of the kids in the school and gets them addicted to mystical power for those that don't have the prowess that is as large as some of the other students have. This is a very, very cool piece. If we can look back at the front again one more time, he's got that special attack power of Mind Control, Smoke Cloud, and Telekinesis all the way down his dial. Some phasing at the front, some stealth at the back. So this is not necessarily the Sorcerer Supreme version. And Brother Voodoo has had to make a lot of really tough decisions, especially when it comes to his brother Daniel, who seemed to get into trouble quite a bit here and there. And ultimately, Brother Voodoo had to make the choice to let his brother perish. He brought back Bruce Banner from passing away, and was told he could also allow his brother to come back from the Netherrealm. And he said, no, my brother over the years has made his choice. He can stay dead and he can live out his punishment. I don't know if that's when he took on the name Dr. Voodoo, or if it's always been kind of brother, doctor, back and forth. But I remember him being Brother Voodoo, and now very specifically he is Dr. Voodoo now. Jericho Drum, awesome, awesome piece. So glad we got him as the prime. And like I said, there have been other Brother Voodoo pieces that have been very, very good and well sought out by HeroClix players. I hope this one is about to be the same way. All right, Werewolf by Night. We're going to do another play-at-home kit. Now, if you were with us on day 3, just yesterday, we saw the Ghost Rider play-at-home kit. And that Ghost Rider dial was so stacked. It was crazy. Werewolf by Night. I don't know if this is going to be Jack Russell or it's going to be Jake Gomez. There's 2 Werewolf by Nights. One of them is more and more recent, like 2020 kind of recent. But Jack Russell, which I laugh every time, yes, Werewolf by Night's real name is Jack Russell. But it used to be a different name. It used to be Russoff. And his family's lineage goes back to the times of the first werewolf, when lycanthropes and vampires were in eternal struggle and battle. And when Dracula first claimed to be the ruler of the region in which they all lived, the werewolves refused to actually call him their ruler, their king, their lord. And he ended up slaughtering a lot of the lycanthropes. And in that, he killed Jack Russell's great times 17 grandmother. When you get all the way down to Jack Russell, he doesn't really know that he has lycanthropy in his blood. He doesn't know that he's going to possibly become a werewolf at some point. But, there's Chthon, Wondergore, a lot of lore throughout the years. His family line is tied to so much of this ancient mystical monster lore in Marvel. And like I said, they did werewolf stories, monster stories way back in the 40s and 50s, Marvel Comics and its predecessor, and then had to stop telling monster stories for a little while until the 70s because of the Comics Code Authority. So I'm very excited to see Werewolf by Night. He has been a massive part of Marvel Comics for a long time, and newer fans won't know that. So I really suggest go back, read up on Werewolf by Night, read some of the old stories, read where he comes from. It's all incredibly interesting to me. Darkhold, Chthon, Wondergore, all of these characters here. So, all right. Let's see what we get in here. We get a map, we get a legacy card, we get the figure, which we'll take a look at right now. Oh, does he look the same? He does not look the same at all as the werewolf, but he's the same sculpt as the Werewolf by Night that we got in the set. Here we go. And like I said, I'm interested to see. It could be Jack, it could be Jake, the newer Werewolf by Night, who has a much different origin story, which we'll get into if we find out it is indeed him. All right, Werewolf by Night. Take a little look at his card now that we've seen the sculpt. Legion of Monsters, Midnight Suns, Animal, Monster, Mystical, Past, Full Moon, Shape Change, Toughness, Free. Turn Werewolf by Night to the same click number of a different color. Okay, he can go back and forth. Rise from the Grave. When Werewolf by Night KOs an opposing character, generate a grave hindering terrain marker. Once per game, when Werewolf by Night would be KO'd, you may instead place him in any unoccupied grave marker. If you do, turn him to the blue click number 4, then remove that marker from the map. Protected, Pulse Wave. Okay. Once per game. I wish that didn't say once per game. He could just keep on popping up in grave markers. We've already seen a figure in this set that can generate grave markers in the zombie. So definitely going to play nice with some zombies. On the back of the card, we have Frenzied Lycanthrope. Stop Impervious. When this power is first revealed after resolutions, generate a grave hindering terrain marker and turn Werewolf by Night to the blue click number 4. This game, Werewolf by Night can't use his Full Moon trait or heal. Okay, so you end up on that blue click number 4 in 2 different ways. Either by hitting the end of the red dial or by dying. And if there's a grave marker on the map, you would pop up there. Has Mystic's team ability, and this is Jack Russell. Tomb of Terror back in 2010. Might be a little tricky to find. I remember Tomb of Terror when it came out. I was becoming a big fan of the Marvel monster stuff. So I don't believe you can find it online, but you can find it in individual issues out there, maybe at your local comic stores. So there we go. That is the Werewolf by Night that we'll be getting in the Play at Home kit. But that's not the only thing that you get out of here. All right. Put him off to the side here. You also get debris markers. And of course, some hindering terrain markers that have some different stats and such on them. But you also get some grave markers, different ones. They all have kind of the similar stats and stuff, but they have some different images on them. So very, very cool, these debris and grave marker that you can pop up. And that's where he is going to be reviving from. I wonder if there's anything else in the set that's going to be popping back up out of these grave markers. I'm willing to bet there probably is. In this set, you also get two maps, and we have the images here for you. One is the Doctor Strange Mansion indoor, which this map reminds me of an older map, and I don't remember the name of it, but it does remind me with that lower elevation on the bottom side of the map, going up into a higher elevation with a bunch of stuff in the room up top, some hindering terrain. I love how the maps aren't necessarily symmetrical any longer. I think it is so cool to have some asymmetrical maps, and it's going to make it for a lot of fun. The other map that we have is actually Little New Asgard. It's Broxton, Oklahoma. Just so cool. If you guys don't know, in the comic books, when Thor was reborn, he decided to move Asgard to the middle of nowhere outside of a little town of Broxton, Oklahoma. And eventually got taken over by Roxxon, with 2 X's, and became Broxton with 2 X's. It's kind of corny, like everything that Roxxon does. So corny. But I loved it when it was basically New Asgard. Very cool, and a really cool map there. So there you go. Those are the 2 maps that come in this set. And last but not least, there is a legacy card. Now, this legacy card actually was designed by a player out there, Daniel Powell. We got to give Daniel a huge round of applause. Give him some big ups in the comments down below. The legacy card goes to this figure right here. Iron Man from Avengers Assemble. That's number 62, set number 62. You'll notice it's a chase there. But this Iron Man has a legacy card now. On the front, it says Avengers, Stark Industries, Armor, and Scientist. Keywords has I am Iron Man. Energy shield deflection, impervious. Iron Man can reduce penetrating damage. Has a special movement power. Repulsor thrusters, force blast, leap climb, and sidestep. Now, he won the ability to design this figure at the HeroClix for Huntington's event that we run for charity to raise money for the Huntington's Disease Society of America every year in May. One of the prizes, if you're not aware out there, is the chance to design your own legacy card. You get to pick a figure that you would love to have legacy carded, and you get to help with the design philosophy behind that particular legacy card for that figure. Daniel Powell won 2 years ago, and or last year, and this particular figure was his choice that he wanted to do. I forgot, there's a special attack power on the back of his card, concussion wave, energy explosion, penetrating psychic blast, and a special damage power, enhanced camera targeting, has improved targeting, and free. Choose one for Iron Man to use until your next turn, outwit, and ranged combat expert. And he basically sees through everything, blocking, hindering, characters, and elevation. Pretty cool for a figure with a range of 7 and 3 targets that can deal 4 damage plus. So that is the legacy card you get in the Werewolf by Night Play at Home kit. And that's going to do it for today. Day number 4 of our Wheels of Vengeance HeroClix unboxing series. I'm stoked. We got a second super rare finally, and it happened to be a prime all at the same time. Worth the wait. And its brother Voodoo, worth the wait 100%. We haven't seen any chases. Still don't know what the chase theme is. I'm guessing it's riders, but we haven't seen Namor in the set proper. So I wonder if it's, we've seen on these hint cards, right? It looked like we saw Spider Knight. Looked like we saw Namor. We saw the Phantom Rider. There's these different figures that some of them fit into the set. Some of them seem like they don't necessarily. Wolverine on the top of the booster. Is Wolverine actually going to be a chase, or is it going to be a super rare? Maybe it's just popular characters all on mounts or riding on a vehicle or a creature or something. We saw Spirit Rider on the back of the box, so maybe the chases are that. We haven't gotten one. Hopefully we pull one. We still need another super rare. Hopefully we get our third super rare tomorrow. But you never know. You never know what's going to happen on day 5 of a HeroClix unboxing series with yours truly. I wanted to thank WizKids for sending me this stuff, for allowing me to share this all with you guys so early. I mean, 2 play-at-home kits, a Dice and Tokens pack, the starter set, as well as the set itself. Just being able to spoil some of this stuff is so cool, and having you guys here means the world to me. The set, once again, comes out for pre-release October the 25th. The set releases proper on November the 11th. Call your local gaming stores and comic shops, figure out when they're scheduling their pre-releases, and when you can pick up some of Wheels of Vengeance for yourself. Thank you to HyperRPG. Thank you to Joe on the 1s and 2s back there for taking care of me and making me look good, because that's what they do. I used to shoot these trashy videos on my cell phone with poor lighting. Oh, it was a mess. And now, look at this. Look at this. It's beautiful. Look at us. Look at us. Look at that. I got to say thank you to you guys for sticking with me and watching every single day. We only have 1 day left, so tell me in the comments down below, with everything we've opened, what is your number 1 want? Your number 1 want for me to open up tomorrow. It could be something you're going to think is in the set, or something that you think there's 0 chance you would find in this set. But tell me your number 1 want, the figure that you would just give half your collection if you can just get one of these guys. I know that's a little hyperbolic, But anyway, the one figure that you can't wait to see that you're hoping gets made. Let me know in the comments down below. I will see you guys tomorrow for day number 5. But until I do, may all your rolls, it's a 5, be critical hits. I did get a critical hit yesterday.